Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Akil and it is done, guys. I managed to watch season 10 of One Piece. This is the final season of One Piece I'll be talking about this year because just like last year, after 5 seasons of One Piece, I'll be stopping, taking a break and going on to Fairy Tail. So Fairy Tail will be next up. There will be a little bit of a gap between reviews, guys, but I'll explain that more about that at the end of this review. But for now, let's jump right into this. And this season pretty much is like season 1 and 6, where it's one saga in one season, and this focuses on the Thriller Bark saga, which has one arc, the Thriller Bark arc. So that's very interesting that unlike season 1 or the East Blue saga, there's multiple arcs, and Skypiea or Sky Island, if you will, has two arcs, Jaya and Skypiea, I should say. This is just one arc, one single saga, arc and one single saga. So there's that. And basically it is perfect for this month of October, as the time I'm recording this and the time this video is being put out. Just before Halloween, days before Halloween. It's great because this is a very creepy, eerie, scary season. I wouldn't say it's like that scary, but it definitely has a creepy vibe to it. And I just really enjoyed it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is not my favorite season of One Piece. This is not my favorite arc. And this is not my favorite saga. At the end of this review, I actually will, now that I've seen 5 out of the 10 sagas of One Piece, give you guys a quick ranking of all the sagas of One Piece that I've seen so far, because I kind of have an idea where this would rank. So there's that. Now, in terms of the story of this saga, the season, basically the Straw Hat crew, they go to this place known as Thriller Bark. How they get there? Well, they're pretty much caught in this trap, and this is where they find Brook the skeleton, and this is where they find ghosts, zombies, and Gecko Moria, who is a very powerful character, and I won't say anything more about him. So there's that. And basically, they have to try and get out of another crazy situation, guys. So there's that. Now, this season, unlike the other seasons, unlike the last season or two, didn't really have that much impact. Even my friend was saying, like, there's not really anything super important. It did really two things, though. It did introduce Brook, and it did introduce Gecko Moria, and I guess kind of another character as well that I wouldn't really spoil. So there's that. But overall, guys, this season, it's just meant to be a fun ride. Kind of like season 7 was just kind of a detour. But this, because it is a very important story in the manga, and it's not really superficial in that way. But you need to watch this, because if not, you'll be kind of lost. But just keep in mind, it's not the most craziest season in terms of the overall weight. Like the last season or two, there was so much going on with Nico and CP9 and, you know, the Straw Hat Skeleton Bounty going married and destroyed or whatever. Like, it was crazy. This season, not that much happened in terms of the whole effect of One Piece and what they're really trying to do here. Like, the villains this season don't have the same effect that CP9 does, and don't have a real big connection to any of these characters, I would say. So there's that. They do reference Ace this season, and I really like what they're doing with Ace. And I'm very curious to see where it goes from here, because now there's a ticking clock at hand. Because of how the season ends, there's something that someone says to Luffy that hints that something is going on with Ace, and that's all I'll say about that. So that's pretty much the season, guys. They get to Thriller Bark, and they have to get out of another crazy situation. And in terms of characters, like I said, you got Brook, Gecko Moria, and another character, again, I won't spoil. And you got these 3 guys that kind of work for Gecko Moria, and then you got ghosts and zombies and stuff like that. And of course, you got your Straw Hat crew as well. And Frankie, who's now part of the crew. If you saw the last saga, the last season, you know that he's part of the crew now. And I feel bad for Frankie, because this is the worst place to come for your first like mission or adventure with the Straw Hats, because it is very crazy. And you really feel bad for this guy, because he just joined the crew and he's going through so much in this season, or this saga, this arc, whatever you want to call it. So there's that. Now, in terms of the positives, the action steals the show once again. It's absolutely fantastic. I also really like the characters once again. The Straw Hat crew are great. Brook is awesome. The villains didn't really do it for me. I do kind of like Absalom though. Lola's kind of cool, I guess. She's kind of funny as well. Ghost Girl, I can't really stand her. She's alright, I guess. And then Dr. Hogback, I don't really like either. Also, what is with characters laughing in this show, guys? Like, they all have this very unique laughter. It is so weird. Kind of, it's definitely kind of funny, but also at the same time, kind of dumb. I don't understand why that's there, but hey, it is what it is, so there's that. And then another thing I did like, the more I think of it now, Brooke's backstory. There's a connection to a character that I was like, wow, okay, we're going back to like early One Piece, and I'm so glad that they are tying it all in together. I like when shows do that, so there's that. Now, negatives. Oh my gosh, why is this another one of the seasons where it's not only one saga, but it's also one arc? Why? Also, why is it so stretched out? I did not like that at all. This is pretty much two negatives, negatives, guys. The pacing, and also the idea of it being just one season. Like, at least season 1 and even 6 had like more than one arc, but this was one arc, one season. Maybe they could have split it up, I'm not too sure, but either way though, it's done, it's over, it is what it is. And yeah, so that's pretty much two negatives in one, like the pacing, and I didn't like the whole idea of it being one season. Again, season 1 and 6, you had multiple arcs and different storylines. This was just one single storyline. I guess the ending kind of could have been its own little thing, those last like 5 or 6 episodes, but it is what it is. And finally, for negatives, I did not like Nami and how they used her for a good chunk of this season. She was like knocked out, unconscious, for like, I don't know, 15 episodes, almost 20 maybe. I'm not too sure, I can't really remember, but it was a long time. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, she's still knocked out. And this is something I do want to talk about. Whenever characters aren't really doing anything, it kind of pisses me off because it just doesn't feel right. Like Zoro sweeping half the time and Sanji not really caring and all that. This is like that. But you can't really do much because I guess that's what Achiro Oda wanted in the manga. I'm not sure if that's how it is in the manga. But anyway, guys, this was a fun season of One Piece. I definitely enjoyed it. So I'm going to give One Piece Season 10 a solid 7 out of 10. It definitely deserves a 7. I would recommend watching it, guys, but it is not the best season of the show. So now, before I talk about what's coming up next in terms of anime reviews, I'm just going to quickly give you guys my ranking of the show as of right now in terms of saga. So we have, in terms of 5 sagas, East Blue, we have Alabasta, Sky Island, or Sky Pier, if you will, or Sky, I'll just say Sky Island, so there's that. And then you also have Water 7, and then you have this one. So in last place is actually going to be this one, Thriller Bark, because I gave it a 7 out of 10. Next up will probably have to be East Blue. Followed by that we have Sky Island, and then after that we have Alabasta, and then the more I think about it, it might be Water 7 as my favorite saga. It's very hard because Alabasta, that 4th and final season, to which was pretty much a culmination of the entire saga overall, was really good. But then season 2 and 3 were just 5. So I think this is a good ranking. So I'll just say one more time. We have Thriller Bark at 5. Number 4 is East Blue. Number 3 is Sky Island. Number 2 is Alabasta. And number 1, Water 7. Because season 8 and 9 were absolutely fantastic. Especially season 8. Best season of anime I've seen up to this point. Now, very quickly, guys. Fairy Tail. I will go back to it. I'm taking a bit of a break because exams and stuff are coming up. That means that I will not be seeing Black Panther Wakanda Forever the day it comes out. But I will try and see it like the week my exams are done. Or maybe the same day, who knows. But anyway, I do want to try and see Black Panther Wakanda Forever as soon as I can, guys. So there's that. Check out my Black Panther review if you haven't. I know some of you guys have. It's got a bunch of views somehow, so that's great. Also, my last One Piece review got a bunch of views somehow. That's also very good and great as well, I should say. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And stick around because Fairy Tail will be coming up in the near future. We'll see how far we go because one season is like 90 episodes. So there's that. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Akil, otherwise known as the Comic Director, and I'm signing out.